Hello YouTube, Infinite Magicraid Community Gandalf here. So we have just wrapped up the Advanced Arena competition. You can see I finished 25th and I did not spend any gems whatsoever on the event. Basically just simply optimizing, get as many wins as I can, leave one hero on defense. You can see in Advanced I was leaving my one hero on defense the whole time. Whenever I get knocked down a little bit, I just keep refreshing, looking for easy win. The higher tier you are, the more points you get. So just try to farm as efficiently as you can. You want to try to go for 3 wins. Avoid any opponents that you can't win 3-0 on. And that's kind of how I went through that event. You can see in that settlement, this basically puts me at 46 Mythic shards, which is great because in just 2 more, I can fertilize in just 1 more day. Tomorrow we're going to be able to pick up our first Mythic hero, which is going to be huge for a starting account. Now I think it's a perfect time to talk about what Mythic hero to pick. And as much as I've done guide, and I feel like the more I'm playing on this new account, the more I feel like I'm going to be able to relate to some of the newer player better, because I'm living through the same challenges a lot of new players are facing. I'm not sitting behind some massive sanctuary, and really it reminds me, one, the experience that I started almost 2 years ago is very different than the player experience right now. Again, just account. So $137 spent so far on this account. And I am about to make, hold on, Awaken. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I'm just needing 1 more. So I'm pretty sure I can fetch 1 more somewhere. Okay. But you can see, right? I'm literally 1 away. And if I don't count my Lysander, my Whim, I'm at 6 A5s. And I'm on the first week of playing with $137 spent. When I was playing free to play, it will be about a month and a half in before you get to about 6 A5s. You need to be spending like a lot of money. Like back then, a set of 6-star gear that you see here that I'm using. Equip my artifacts. Like I just bought some gear, right? Like this set I think was free, but if you're looking at this set, like this was a $10 spent. When back then they would have been selling these things for $70 to you, and people would be buying it up. And they're giving you a free effective hit set, which I managed to get 3 out of the 4 pieces for in the beginner menu. So really, 2 years into the game, they have made it a lot more manageable. Now, I know someone commented saying that if I properly optimize my regressions, I would have hit the 280 stars, or even potentially 400 stars, because 400 stars which you need for faction. But let's be real, like 450 is Agatha, okay? Like this is talking about, like you're thinking about, even though yes, you need 30, but you need enough heroes to be able to solo like 10 stages on their own. And I guess maybe if you're really lucky and you got a lot of legendaries that can solo, like here, I don't know. Like, I don't think I could have stage 10 a lot of things. Maybe whoever did it probably was right. I mean, let's just look at how many factions we got here. We got, 1, 2, 3, 4. We got Sunset Sage covered. We don't have any DPS. Oh. Shoot. I didn't count the... yeah, I should have counted the epic hero. So here, Hazanja would have done the job. Here, do we have an option? Maybe Luz could have done it. Maybe. Luz plus Catherine. Yeah, here maybe Horus early on could have done it. Here definitely was a no. Definitely. Oh, maybe Melissa. Maybe Melissa plus a Pharaoh. Who knows? Feel like might have been possible if I kept my Feist. Here, I don't think I have a solid DPS here. What about him? Malik, is Malik a damage dealer? Malik is a damage dealer. Look at his kit. 4-stage to a single enemy. So maybe Malik plus Maya could have done it. But I feel like that takes real careful planning. Like, you have to be summoning and not feeding your elite heroes. Like here, maybe if I used... I think Karina is a support that can do some damage, and can't remember. Might have been possible. Like if you literally cycle through every hero, pick 2 heroes per faction, regress it, time it perfectly using the 20. So as you're selecting them, optimize it so you can push a little bit of tower. That might have made your this run a little bit better. So I was messing around. I feel like if I'm really playing, I mean, remember, I haven't. Last time I did just the Hazanja challenge, like the first week, I didn't bother going through it further. I think with more careful planning, it is possible to get 280 stars in the second week and then go straight for the 400 stars within that first 20 regression with some money spent. With that said, I think I screwed up. It wasn't optimal. But I think when it comes to picking mythic heroes, here's kind of, where I'm going to set on. I know in my guides I talk about Nordak being the most helpful one. Even at E0, we're talking about damage immunity for your 2 turns with a 4-turn cooldown, which will help you through a lot of stuff, right? A shield on a 3-turn cooldown. That is very nice, okay? And it's going to be a 60% shield on a 3-turn cooldown. But if I compare this to Atkins, where he's at, Atkins is going to do the same thing as this on a 3-turn cooldown. I'm not going to get damage and block immunity, and I can't share the self buff with allies, which extends the shield a little bit. But what I don't have, right? Oh, wait here. I thought Nordak can give like a HP up buff. Oh, he used to. I think he used to. Now he can't anymore. He just gets straight up more HP to allies beginning of the wave. Right? This extra shield to everybody, all of it, this is great. Okay? Don't get me wrong. This is great. Nordak is a great solid pick. I'm not going to pick Nordak because I have Atkins already at E1. And I feel like I could probably push for something a little bit different. Nita's another great pick because if you picked like Santa and you have Atkins already, like, do you really need, and you're going to have Catherine, do you really need another Nordak like for survivability? What you need is more damage. Is Nita going to give me more damage? But if we think about early game build, right? It's still about inflicting poison, which means effective hit is a problem. And of course, investing fully into a hero again. Here's a hero that leads minimal investment early on. And for those of you who don't know the Allcaster cheese, you're going to see Allcaster cheese. Not in this video, but the next video. Because Allcaster is going to be my pick. And if you just Google, I think you can still probably find like some old videos on Allcaster cheese. Basically, you're leaving Allcaster at level 1. You're going to scale him up enough so that you max out Triumph, and that's all you need. That's all the investment you need on Nordak. On Allcaster. And then he'll be a fully functional hero. Because his job is to die, pass this buff, crazy buff, onto your Hazanja. The Hazanja all of a sudden does 1.6 times more additional damage. So he's doing 2.6 times the damage than he was before on his dots, on his skills. So you're going to be killing 2.6 times faster. Okay? And moreover, he's also going to get 160 effective hit extra. So you don't ever have to worry about building effective hit on Hazanja. So you can just build him full out HP. Like if I look at my Hazanja right now, right, he's very fast. And but his effective hit is only at 52. His basic hit is this 80% chance of landing HP burn. His ultimate is 100% chance of landing that HP burn. But one enemy, you're going to face enemy like, if we look at our enemy right now on dungeons, right? And I'm farming like stage 26 about to. If we look at the boss guide, I guess can I check how much effective res he has right now? No, I can't. I can't remember if at this point we're dealing with enemy that's already like 60-70% effective res. I know for sure I think every level is 4%, right? If that's the case, we should be like dealing with like almost 80 effective res now. And I do find it hard landing HP burn at times. So when you have 180% free, you can stack Hazanja with all mastery and effective hit, which means actually the endurance set probably has the, instead of the, because here I'm getting 20% effective hit out of that. I'd rather get mastery and HP on him. So this way, I'm maximizing my Hazanja's damage. Now, I know that doesn't work. That doesn't work on guild bosses, but there's so much content that the cheese is going to work on. For example, early game, farming your dungeons is like a top priority, pushing the highest dungeon, because early on, right, there's a couple of things you focus on. One is these events. So we're about to farm Grilling right now, right? Now, no one's ranked there yet. But if I think about farming Grilling, if I'm farming stage 20 and somebody else is like farming stage 23, I'm going to be way behind energy per points wise. And it's going to be far more expensive for me to farm those stages. Right now, I think I can farm 21. Let me just, and here's setup, right? What you want to do is usually do one wave of nuke, and the second wave is kind of like tank and spank. We're just gonna auto this one. We're just gonna actually watch this one a little bit, and just to see how hard the enemy hits. First of all, at 21, the enemy's at 44% effective res, so not bad. I'm gonna land 100%. There are 141 speed, which is okay. My entire team speed, you've noticed, speed is actually important, really important to make sure entire team is just fast enough. Let's see what does one wave of that do. Shield is not going to help against Grillen, so I'm better off picking Consolidation and Tenacity up. Let's just kill something. And Catherine, I'm just going to save my skill. Okay, so the boss is already hitting pretty hard. The second round is when I'm using the heal. I'm not going to shield until next turn. Hazanja is just going to auto attack. And I think we're okay. So knowing that, Hazanja is probably going to tap and then nuke. The second round, these won't hit through shields. So if I'm farming, I'm going to be doing slowdown. I am going to be tapping. I am going to be doing this with Catherine counterattacking, because there's a lot of AoEing here, which means Hazanja is going to be able to dot everyone right up. And everyone just autos the moves. And we should be fine. And then on the last wave, I want to make sure I'm starting off with a boost. We're going to tap. I thought I would have had enough speed on Atkins to give us a shield. I guess not. The boss is already at 22. And here Atkins is at 1639. Like, I think just a little bit short, which means I need to find a way to get Atkins a little bit more speed. And this is why maybe what I want to do is actually, I might want to give Atkins the speed artifact that I'm going to pick on day 7. Because at this point, I'm okay with where Adeline is. I'm okay with where Hazanja is. Because I'm actually going to pick an all-caster, eventually building up all-caster. Remember I picked up a red mark out effect that's really good. Plus the one for faction. I mean, eventually, once I grow out of the cheese, I am going to build all-caster. Because all-caster can solo, I think, like 15, 16 stages easily. So all-caster is, is actually not that bad a pick. And eventually, if you really need something else, I can always switch them over. And all-caster is going to do just fine at E0. So I can get E0, get a lot of value out of him, and then start building Nordak as my second mythic hero. Here, then I can just do whatever I need to do, and I'm pretty sure I got this. So after this, as we're farming through Grillin, which everyone's going to be very much caring about this week if you're starting out, I'm going to go through my setup for this. And of course, you're going to have some variation of this. I mean, having Catherine at this point in the game is going to be a huge help. If you bought Atkins, that would be a huge help too. Outline, you can see I'm just completely destroying the boss. I feel like maybe all-caster cheese isn't required because I have Adeline. I just want to do the all-caster cheese, honestly, just because I just feel like Nita and Nordak isn't going to be as fun, right? I mean, it's about having fun as well for me on this new account playthrough. I do want to try something different. I think the Nordak and Nita picks is so tested that is not going to make good content out of it. So, just because I'm picking all-caster doesn't mean you should pick all-caster, right? I'm just sharing with you my thought process because I already kind of got my Nordak replacement and I don't need Nita because I got these two. There's no point. I'm not focusing on any content like Purgatory of Sins or like anything that's gonna heavily require content that requires poison at this point in game. My goal is to get to stage 30. Then I worry about all that stuff later. My goal is to get ahead of others in terms of farming, right? So just be super efficient on my dungeon farming and work on getting more mythic shards than other people using less energy is my goal. Okay, so let's do stage 22. Let's try that setup that I just talked about. So step 1, I'm gonna, let me just save this. That one was my Maris setup. I don't want to mess around with that Maris setup. So, because the turn orders are a little bit different. So space, we're gonna start out with this. And we are going to allow 1 heal. On the second wave, we're also going to start with this. And we're not going to allow any heals. Okay. On the last wave, we're going to start off with a heal. Everforce shield needs to go up. I need to find a way to make Atkins faster. I'll be back. I mean, we'll do that in just a bit. We're just gonna check if we have something, or if the event one is ready. I think we're on day 7, right? Or is tomorrow day 7? Tomorrow might be day 7. But if this doesn't work well, I will see. Maybe I'll go farm Marius just a little bit, just see if I can get a speed piece. Like I'll find something that's gonna give me the answer that I need for Atkins here. Or, actually, you know what? We can just look for something with a... Oh, we already got a speed up there, haven't we? Okay, maybe I'll just change the gear here just so that I can get a little bit of extra speed. I'll figure something out. Don't worry about it. Not a problem at all. I'm pretty sure I can get the speed. I just need a 6-star boot on that. Back to this. We'll fix that in a sec. Let's get the turn order. So space I talked about, right? We want to do skill 2. And then that. Hazanja, you want to start with a tap. And then you want to nuke once. You want to start with a tap. I'm actually going to save Dragon Flame. I mean, if I have Dragon Flame up... yeah, I'm just going to tap because we're going to eat 3 AoEs from the Lusters, right? So we're going to get a lot of counterattacks on that. Last one, we are going to strong arm, and then we prioritize this, of course. And Adeline can do whatever the heck she wants. That doesn't matter. Not much anyways. Atkins, we're going to start off with this, and we're not going to shield. The second wave, we are going to shield. We're only going to shield once. The third wave, we have to start with a shield. Catherine, we're gonna make sure we do nothing. I mean, it's gonna be duplicate for Guardian, so we're just gonna, yeah, we're just gonna auto attack then. Is auto attack gonna trigger something? Auto attack might trigger a counter attack. That's okay. Not the worst thing that could happen. We're all, of course, gonna start with a high spirited. And Solid Guardian, we're going to use Atkins 1. And, you know, we're not going to use Solid Guardian. Once we're at E3, it's going to be different. Solid Guardian is really used to cycle. And at that point, I can probably replace Atkins with something else, maybe Nordak, right? Not planning to regress Atkins at any point in the time, by the way. Wouldn't need to. We want to prioritize High Spirit over Solid Guardian. Okay, space. I think we got everyone's turn set up, and let's save it. Let's go quickly fix our turn order. Who has the... Okay, so she has the set. Which means then my Adeline needs to pick up something. I mean, I suppose I can do something like this, right? Or this, give her a bit more speed. And here I'm putting on this with oh, how am I gonna do this? Because the other set, this is tricky because I do want to keep the other set. Maybe I'll grab that. I'll grab this, and Adeline can find a different way of fitting the... I got the set here, right? Okay, maybe I just need a different piece later on then. For the time being, I mean, we got effective... we'll just grab a HP set. That's going to work here. Here, there's a mastery set. Let's just use that for now. I'll come back and fix this later, unless the mastery set is better. Yeah, I think the mastery set's better, right? A little bit less HP. It's not the end of the world, but Atkins definitely got faster. I think that should be fine enough. So let's go do the next stage. And here's where, you know, having space early game is huge help. Because what space allowed me to do is get that shield up so I don't get stunned. What the heck just happened there? Okay, let's let's try that one more time. I thought okay, so maybe the scaling is getting to be a little bit tough. Hazanja, I wasn't expecting Hazanja to get hit that hard. Oh, all these taunts. These taunts are the ones that are killing me. Well, that was unexpected. Yes, we cleared a stage, but I don't know if we can farm 21 safely. We can farm 22 safely because the waves, that first wave is a little bit more dangerous than I thought. But at least Atkins is fast enough. That's good to know. Okay. Wait, Atkins still wasn't fast enough? You got to be kidding me. Okay, but at least we kind of survived that first little bit. Okay, so the rest of it should be easy. So anyways, that's kind of my thought process. A little bit disappointed at the death over there. I'm gonna do all caster cheese on this account because I think here we're already seeing a little bit of struggles to landing those effective hit. Am I struggling to land those dots? Not really. I don't know. I'll contemplate it. I think I'm gonna just do Allcaster, and if Allcaster is a shame, that just means I will waste my conversion stone. I mean that's the worst that could happen, right? I mean that is the worst that could happen, right? Because I know what I want for sure is, because I'm also thinking about my threes team, right? If we think about our advanced arena threes team, let me just click on someone. So right now, this is kind of offensively. I only have one team built. What I hope to do is make a team out of Anna and Feist, where it's kind of speed cleave, with some sort of CC setup. And the last one, I'll do a fast Allcaster, and the Allcaster is going to CC into a chain of stuff. That's what I'm thinking. Like, because I can't count on myself getting a Nizil unless the packs come around and I grab like a Sendo Nizil. Like that's the early game stuff, right? Lydia is not going to be CCing that early. So what is someone saying? Nasus is hella strong early game. Of course it's hella strong early game because nobody has good options to deal with it. Unless you get a panda early, right? Like in order for you to beat like this kind of shenanigan, like unless someone starts to pick an early panda, like until you pick like a panda will just shut it out completely early game. But even early game, right? Building to 100% effective res is super hard. So that's why I agree with that comment. Like getting a Nizil, a Sendo is super strong early game because even with panda, you're gonna have a hard time building a panda because 100% effective res without any, just coming from gear and stuff alone, it's gonna be very expensive, very difficult. All right, last shout out for the guild. We are at, did we get the number one guy? All right, clues in. All right, we got the number one guy in the arena right now, at least. Championship. Okay, I lost. I was expecting it. Let's just watch how that played out. I mean, come on, like I wasn't gonna kill that Liz. That Liz is gonna be the death of me. And of course, Santa probably froze me right away. Well, at least I killed something. Yeah, that freeze hurts a lot. Yeah, that slowdown plus a freeze is just you can't deal with this early game. his Santa is very fast. I even built to have my shields up before the Santa. Oh, did he get his Santa even faster? Maybe he did. But either way, right? I wasn't expecting to win. Oh no. How did this happen? I thought Soljin would have gotten him with the CC there. Let's watch the replay. That's one heck of a fast Ronai. Oh. See, that's the thing. I told him, I was like, hey, you might want to make your Ascendo faster. Oh well. It's okay. There's next week. As you can see, we are trying to gather the strongest players in the server. If you are more than 2 days, you're definitely on a watch. These two guys here is probably due for kicking. I know I say 2 days offline, so you should really watch it because everybody else is so active. You really should be. A lot of people are waiting to join the guild. Like, just look at all these people messaging me. Yep, spot just opened up. There's spots now. So there's people that are waiting. I think Toots Hell is joining as well. I think he wants to join. Yeah, we'll definitely make spots for everyone because clearly people are not being as active as they should be. Anyways, I'll catch you guys next time. Looking forward to tomorrow when we can pick our first mythic hero. Make sure you do your battle order, right? Because today I think we can get it. Challenge Grillin 5 times, 1 piece of equipment to 8, and Ifrit 5 times, and we can unlock our faction selection chest. I'm not. I was originally gonna pick the sunset one. Just have this one for. Oh man. Oh, this is so. I'm so torn. I think I'm gonna go all caster. I'm gonna pick all caster just because early game. How strong all caster could be early game compared to the other ones, considering just E0 value, right? Well, we'll go with that. I'm gonna go all caster. That's the one I'm gonna pick, and we're gonna go from there. I'll catch you in the next video. Gandalf out.